Alright, so now let's talk about categories and tags and what the difference is between the two. Alright, so categories and tags are for posts when you make blog posts. Alright, so let's click on post here. And you'll see we have categories and tags listed here. Okay, let's click on categories real quick. And right now, all we have is uncategorized. Categories are when you want to organize your post into different categories. For example, this website is video game tutorials. Okay, so perhaps I'm making daily posts on different tutorials for different video games. So I should have categories. I could have PlayStation 4 tutorials as one category, Xbox One tutorials as another category, computer game tutorials as another category, Wii U tutorials as another category, right? Does it make sense? I organize them into different systems. That could be one way. Another way I could do it is racing game tutorials. That's one category. Fighting game tutorials. That's another category. Shooting game tutorials. That's another category, right? Does that make sense? So let's make a few categories real quick. First thing you do is the name of the category, which in this case will be shooting tutorials. Next, you need a slug. A slug is the URL version of your category. So for example, the slug would be, it's yourdomainname.com / whatever the slug is when somebody clicks on your category. So the most common thing you should do is make it the exact same thing as your category name. It should be all lowercase, and you can't use spaces, so you have to use dashes. Okay, so it'd be like that. Shooting tutorials, just like that. And a parent, I'm not going to use any parent. A description, that's for you if you want to add a description for your category, and hit add new category. Okay, so let's add another one. Okay, 5 tutorials, add new category. Awesome, there we go. Now what that means is when we add a new post here, we can organize them by category. So let's say I'm making a post on a new tutorial for a new fighting game that just came out. Why do I do it like that? There we go. Right, so I have my post here. I give a tutorial on it. And now I need to organize this. Before I publish it, let me drag over here. What I'm going to do is, for the categories, I'm going to select fighting tutorials. Now you can put it in multiple categories if you wanted to. In this case, I don't need to. This is a fighting game tutorial. So I'm going to choose fighting tutorial, and then I'm going to publish it. Now what you can also do is if you made posts in the past, like for example, I made those previous 2 posts, right? And they're not in any categories because I didn't have any categories when I created these posts. Over here you can see what category they're in. I can click on quick edit, and I can change the category that it's in. Let's put that in the shooting category and update it. See, it's very easy. Now if I go to my website, most websites have a widget, a categories widget, as you can see here. Let me slide this over here. On my sidebar, I have a categories widget. It has all my categories listed. If I click on fighting tutorials, that means I can search posts that are under that category. And as you can see, my post comes up that I labeled it of a fighting category. Now if I have 10 posts under that category, all 10 posts will show up. If I click on shooting tutorials, that one post is going to show up because I labeled that a shooting tutorial category. Makes sense, right? That's just your way of organizing your post. Now tags, a little bit different, almost the same thing. Tags are for when people search your website, they will be searching your tags, if that makes sense. So for example, let me go back to the Fighting Game 101 tutorial and click on that. Come over here to the right. I have a tag section. Pretty much, what do I want people to search for to find this post? Let's say the name of my game that I'm making this tutorial for is called Fight 101. So I might want to add Fight 101 as a tag, right? Because if someone's looking for a tutorial for that game, they're going to search that. What could be another tutorial? Or another keyword, I'm sorry. That could be a keyword. That could be a keyword. Those are examples of keywords. So when someone searches one of these keywords, they're going to see my post. So let me update that. Fix my screen here. Let's go back. Now let's search. If I search Fight 101, I should see my post. And there you have it. So when someone searches your tag, they're going to see the post. The relevant posts are going to come up. Now I can use the same tag for multiple posts. If the name of the game is Fight 101 and I make 20 different tutorials on Fight 101, I'll put that same tag on each one. So when someone searches Fight 101, they're going to see all my tutorials for that game since I tagged it with that name. Okay? I hope that makes sense. We can also click on tags over here to the left. And we can see all the tags that we have used so far. And we can add tags this way as well. Okay? So categories are your way of organizing your post. And tags are a way for people to search certain keywords and find a particular post.